Never take what we say to be 100% fact or truth. Do your own research, connect your own dots, and come to your own conclusions based on that. Dig for the truth. The days of eating auto-truth are over. The country is in full crisis mode. We have streets full of angry protesters and angry cops. We as a nation are facing a trying time of disunity and racial tensions. But there's still hope. A country in crisis. There will come a morning when the protests stop, the rioting ends, the fires are extinguished, and insufficiently woke editors will cease to be intimidated. The Democratic leadership will no longer take a knee. Before us will be shopping malls littered with shards of glass and merchandise that looters couldn't carry off. The burned out vehicles and the rubble of once visible businesses will scar our communities. The very notion of people of color will become less meaningful as the Korean dry cleaner weeps over the ruins of his business. Human trafficking routes have been frozen. That means drug trafficking and human trafficking routes are being frozen. Opioid prices are starting to spike. That means there is a supply problem, which means we will have a bunch of Welcome to the Patriot Hour, world's #1 most trusted intel source, calling all patriots.
To the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
All right. It's Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. And we got a few things we're going to be going over here today. Again, welcome back to the Patriot Hour. I am Michael, your host. If you're new, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, maybe ringing the bell. So when we go live like this or just put out videos, you get the alert. All right, that's the most important thing here. Again, it's Wednesday morning. We're just pushing forward. At some point today, I'm going to be going through all the emails, trying to get a good number, and then just really trying to get back with each and every one of you. So we'll try to figure that out between all of us guys. Might have Scott stopping by today for a special show. We got Woodman in right now. It is 8:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, again on 6/24/2020. Like to get those timestamps in there for us for future purposes. Brother Woodman.
Good morning, everybody. Airborne, how we doing?
Not bad, brother. Let me get these all on here. So is that,
oh yeah,
what is
hump
that?
day,
2 and 3?
everybody.
How about that? One hump day is correct.
Yeah.
So that's got to be 4. There we go. Is that 4?
All right.
That's 1. I'll keep that at 1. There we go. So good morning, Patriots in the room. Good morning, Woodman, brother. It is 65 isn't old if you're a tree, but it is if you're Woodman. Happy birthday, brother. It's Woodman's
Thank you,
birthday,
Mike.
everybody. Give him a little bit of love here. If you got anything, send it to the P.O Box. I'll make sure it gets to him. That's happened before. Somebody sent letters. So yeah, the P.O Box is for, anybody you want to get a hold of. Scott, Woodman, Ben, Nate, those are the most common people on, myself, and just the channel in general. You want to send something to hang. We're always talking about eventually this studio is going to move into my basement. We're prepped. We got an area. Lots of work would have to be done. We'd have to build some walls physically, build, walls, put in a door. But man, oh man, would I have all the gear to just shove in there right away.
Right.
I got so much.
Right.
There's a lot of it you don't even see. Hopefully in the new studio, I have more permanent mounted cameras and pretty much get the whole room in the view if we wanted to, or at least flip around once in a while and kind of really show you everything. I was doing that here. Again, a lot of that's just fancy, technical. I want to do this, I want to do that. Like yesterday, I spent some time hooking up some studio speakers. Nothing that will benefit anybody out there because I can't have speakers on. That's for when I'm editing. I'm always wearing these headphones, but man, it'd be nice to, like yesterday I was editing and just listening from the desktop speakers, kind of like you do, Woodman, when you're just watching shows. You don't probably always want to put on your headphones. I mean, it's only for showtime.
Right.
And you're not even wearing the headphones anymore because I thought you were. You just end up not wearing headphones. I can't remember. I thought the headphones are still, I can't remember.
We have to shut the camera microphone off. Then I can go back to the headset because otherwise we'll have a double,
That's right. You don't
echo.
have just normal headphones. So how are you hearing right now? Just out of the speakers? I can't remember. We turned up the speakers at a low volume.
Well, I got these earbuds in. And,
That's right. Yeah. I can't even see them.
And I plugged it into my speakers, and that's what I go by right there.
Yeah, you sound great. It's good. I mean, I would say it was a little bit louder with that mic stick right here at the end of your thing, but it's good. So happy birthday, Woodman. We're getting from all kinds of people. So people are happy birthday, Woodman. Happy birthday, airborne brother.
They've all been saying it. That's great, fantastic.
Yes.
Of course, we have the best subscribers anyway. From all over the world. So we're very fortunate for that.
This channel rocks. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of quick early morning Twitter dumpster diving.
All right, love it.
One
Love it.
One of Woodman's favorite pastimes. Dumpster diver.
Yeah.
They're
gonna think I'm they're gonna think I'm a real weird guy.
He does not, folks. He is. Okay, wasn't on here. Where did I see that? Okay, I know what to do. Know what to do. We're going to go to some Q here. So Pentagon's top technology official resigned. Q puts more coming, more senior people coming. Remember your oath. So we got some Pentagon top officials. NASCAR's so-called noose was just a loop to pull down the garage door. What are your thoughts on that, Woodman? And that Bubba Wallace who said there was a noose, but it just ended up being the one that right when the garage door opens, it's right there. I don't know if you saw the video.
Well, they got a rope on the bottom of any door like that, you know. So when it goes
my
up,
old pole barn that you came over to where I lived before I bought this house, my old house, you know, I had a big, tall garage door that was, I think, 15 feet tall. But yeah, I had a rope that came down, and at the end was a circle, so you can get your hand in it and pull. But that's exactly what this looked like. So again, quick, a lot of people quick to jump. You got to imagine like how this works. Like something comes out, it hits the media, they just run off. Now, even if you're working there and you know of this garage stall 4, they called it garage stall 4, which this Bubba was never in, and somebody came out quickly and said, well, hell, I installed that rope back in 2019, just the way it is. So really quickly they were able to determine by isolating people, talking to actual people that were working in that NASCAR arena about, well, I installed that in 2019 in October, with no pre-knowledge that this Bubba guy was going to be parked in there, the only black guy in NASCAR. So there was no question of like premeditated, I'm going to put a little thing in there. And plus it was just the garage door thing, which is in probably all of them, but maybe all of them didn't have the loop. I don't know. But they were really quickly able to find that was already there. It's been there. It was nothing to do with anything intentional. So now they're going heyday with it. Like somebody showed the square, tire, lug nut remover, the square one. Somebody's like, look, they put a burnt cross in Bubba's garage, So they're just kind of having a good time with it. But again, this is why it's important to wait, get some facts, and don't run off of good things. More rioting and things weren't sparked off of that event. By the way, the media ran with it.
Yeah, we all know what the media does, and that was just prime for them. Really.
Oh, yeah.
For them it was an opportunity. Like there's not enough chaos going on now. Come on, you need a break. But the neat thing was all those drivers and all the crew members and everything stood behind that man, hugged him and all that stuff. So he knows, that their camaraderie is very tight.
Yes.
Think about it. Driving 200 miles an hour, in a car right beside somebody inches away, you have to have a lot of faith in that person to hang on to that car. Or catastrophe happens.
All right, let me see. Did you, and I know a lot of people probably already saw this one, but let me, web. Take that there. All right, a little bit of Twitter here.
It's a wall around our southern border. When Donald Trump wants a wall around our southern border, it's considered racist. But domestic terrorists who take over a 6x6 block in Washington is considered patriotic. Joe Biden is allowed to blackmail the president of Ukraine, but when Donald Trump asks about it, that's an impeachable offense. A $5 billion border wall is apparently too expensive, but a $1.5 trillion free healthcare system is apparently achievable. People who never owned slaves have to pay reparations to people who never were slaves. I'm not allowed to cheat to get into college because I'll go to jail, but if I cheat to get into this country, I get free everything. People who never went to college have to pay for kids who made stupid choices and decided to go to college. We're catching and releasing criminals because apparently it's an infringement on their right. I'm not allowed to purchase a firearm, but you're totally allowed to go purchase drugs, alcohol, and get an abortion. Irish and German scientists and engineers have to go through a very serious vetting process before being admitted into the United States, but immigrants from our southern border get to come in whenever they want. When Donald Trump wants a wall.
That's a little bit of that logic there, Woodman. Everything she said was a
right on
point. Kind of like our
It sure
buddy
was.
Steve the other night in that interview. You know, he just,
Oh boy, yeah. The guy with those nice white glasses.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was just on it.
yeah.
So, yeah, people are saying F NASCAR. Hey, I agree. You don't have to watch that stuff. What a shit show all around. I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know, this is exactly what they want. They want to, you know, obscure dates, change names of memorials, and obscure history, change it, flip it. If you can control history, you know, to control the past is to control the future. So if you're writing it on the fly, changing it up, this is just like, George Orwell said in 1984 about the movie 1984, the book 1984. They're gonna change all this stuff. This is exactly where they wanted us.
Wipe out the path.
Yep. Yeah, this is on the verge of it, you know. But again, they had to shut off sports. We had to shut off jobs to get everyone's attention to even. And now a lot of people are screaming, but they're kind of on the other side that you thought they wouldn't be on. Like you thought they'd wake up to the truth, but they're just being played into the narrative. It's really unfortunate. People still can't think for themselves. I mean, it's really actually disheartening. It's America here, folks, and you guys are just thrashing and burning. So I think Thursday at 7 p.m. they're calling for the emancipation, the Abraham Lincoln Memorial up there in D.C. I think I was listening to a BLM last night, and the guy was like, "No, I'm not going to do it today. We're not going to do it tomorrow. We're going to do it Thursday at 7 p.m. Meet here." So we'll have to see if we can get a live feed of that and see if they can, because I know the Fed guards are there, whatever they got, you know, the federal police or the, you know, National Guard, whoever in the heck is down there. And Trump said, you know, 10 years, you know, this is crime. I mean, you do not have the right to break a law. I mean, there's proper ways. If you guys don't like statues, put in the paperwork, do the proper thing. Don't cry victim and when you get beat over the head with a billy club or arrested or something in the midst of all this chaos. So that's all, you know. You could put in the paperwork and do it lawfully, because I'm telling you what, you guys don't want the police to truly be defunded or go away, because there will be swift justice all around this country then. Every petty crime will be met with probably death, dang near. I mean, homeowners will come out to shoot to kill. It doesn't matter when you're lurking around the property and all you're going to do is get into their car and take the radio. The homeowner just knows he hears something. He comes out with gun blazing, and he's not going to fire off 2 warning shots into the sky like Joe Biden thinks with a shotgun.
That was crazy. You know, okay, yeah.
You know how it works, right? If you hear somebody lurking, you'd go out, and then if you were met with somebody, hey, and you got start yours, you're not really wondering, you know, what do you hear while you're pointing your gun at them? What are you here for? What do you want? What do you want from me and my family? I'm just here to steal your rims and your car, man. It's like, oh, you point the gun up, like, cool, go ahead, take it, you know? No.
Yeah.
You normally shoot, the person's laying there, and then it's kind of like, you know, so. Well,
you know, bottom line is this: if they're doing that, then they are a criminal. So, you know, you want to go back to the old cowboy days, watch out, people.
That's what I'm saying. It'd almost be like, you know, Ben said it before, you know, go back to the days of where like almost everybody, your small kids, everyone's armed. Everyone's real proficient with their sidearm, and you kind of knock out a lot of chaos with that. I'm not saying that's the way to be, but if everyone had a gun and then everyone's kind of on that equal point, I mean, that's the whole issue today. Some people that have gun, they feel mighty tough, and they know that the people they're preying on don't have one, so it makes them even feel tougher, right? And ain't that the old adage, you know? So you will have, I would imagine, like you said, back in those days in some of these Wild West towns, the guy with the loose lip, the mouthy guy like to talk a lot, he didn't last long. Unless he was really good with his gun. And if he was wanting to pull it out all the time to brandish it, you know what I'm saying, back then, the other guy would pull out quicker. They didn't talk. Yeah. It was so, you know, I'm not saying it made for a better town. Maybe it did. But I'm just saying, I don't think the common thug or the common thief lasted very long back in those days, unless you're really good, and you know, people would just kind of call you out like, yeah, he's a thief. And it's like, I catch him around my property, I'm gonna shoot him. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, why don't you tell us about the cowboy days, since you were kind of.
Yeah, me and Wyatt Earp.
Tell us about Wyatt Earp.
Sitting there playing cards with Doc Holliday, you know.
You, Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Billy the Kid. Tell us all about it. So.
I love you too, brother. Yeah.
Tell us about your autographed book by Billy the Kid that you got personally. Double barrel. That's all you need. You don't need 30. You don't need no grenade launcher, no flamethrower, no 30 round. You just need a double barrel shotgun. Go outside and fire 2 rounds in the air.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Good stuff, you guys. Good stuff.
Well, what gets me about these Democrats, they're trying to erase history. Look, you know, they're the ones that had the slaves in the first place. You know, I mean, they've already tried to turn that around anyhow in history over the last 30, 40 years, you know. Too bad. All that stuff is history. But we need to keep it for history so we know where we've been and we know where we should have to go. You know, not
cover it up, obscure it, hide it.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. People are saying monuments, and you know, if you look up monument, and technically, like the dictionary, it tells you, like, you know, the celebratory statue of somebody to memorize and memorialize them. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So why did we ever make statues of certain things? I don't know. I wasn't around. I know they're there. And again, if we get into this whole speech thing, you know, like, I like free speech, but I'm not for hate speech. And then it's like, well, who determines what hate speech is? Well, some liberal judge that we wouldn't agree with. You know, I don't want that. And it's kind of like, and something's always offensive to somebody, man. We know that, you know. The good thing is that being offended doesn't cost you anything. But to start making laws off of people being offended or molding life for a few, I don't know. Because who decides what statues get tore down and which ones go up? You know, maybe I don't want to particularly see other ones up because of my beliefs and my views and what I know. You know, they're showing lots of Obama statues going up, but in my book, I believe that he was involved in treason activities, and you know, it's not just my belief; it's like paperwork, news lines, his own interviews, the way that things happened, how everything happened, all the way up till now. I don't think there should be statues of him. So therefore, if we're taking statues down, where do we stop? Who decides who's what? And you know, most people that are tearing down the ones now, if you tell them, same, tear down that Obama one, they'd be like, no, that's a good one. And they would defend it and tell you everything why it should stay up. So, again, there you go. I'm not happy now. Well, it doesn't matter if you're happy. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I got up a little extra early, went to bed kind of late, or not too late, but I got a good sleep. I don't know. I am a little tired this morning, though. I guess it's showing. It's my age.
Yeah,
or it's a man's birthday or something. Put these glasses on to hide the bag.
Oh, there you go.
There.
Captain Cool Ray.
10 years younger. No, so what do you got going on? It's Wednesday. It's a hump day. Are you going down to the Legion perhaps today for your birthday for a beer or two to see the fellas? Maybe play a little meat board? I mean, what's going on? Are they even doing meat board right now?
They're not doing meat boards yet. Now, listen, they're going to be doing that. We're going to start that at the end of June. They're going to start, start those games back up at the end of June. That gives people time to know that we are open, and they can come in and have, an equal chance to win, as opposed to if there's only like 5 people there or 10 people there, you know, a lot of people win stuff. Well, if you got 50 people in there, that changes a little bit, gives everybody a good chance, you know. I agree with that. Of course, I'm on the executive board anyway, but that's what we've done. The end of June, we're going to go ahead and start doing all that stuff. We opened June 15th for normal hours, 50% capacity. I think technically we're kind of over that anyway, but we're going to start, if I understood everything right, probably serving food also at the end of June or somewhere near the 1st of July.
Okay.
Which people, if you ever had any, the chicken is amazing. The beer batter fish is amazing. The wet burritos are amazing. The steaks are amazing. They have ribs sometimes. If you guys haven't experienced one of those meals, I suggest you come on in and do that because, of course, you have to wait till we start. But it's fantastic food and great people come there. So I've never seen a hassle yet, actually. So I've been going there for quite a few years now. But be glad to have everybody there if you never experienced that.
And don't forget, we got the Patriot Fest coming up. Right, August 14th and 15th. The 14th is Friday.
Yes, sir.
Night. Free camping. We're looking at getting food. We're doing, like I said, free camping. There'll be a beer garden. There'll be water, soda, but anything that you want to drink, you can bring your own coolers, bring your own beer, bring your own tent. It's free. Got JT Wild for Friday night outside at the pavilion. We're gonna go live stream with that. We're gonna do a show before. The show before is really just a Patriot Hour, showing everyone that's congregated for the event, talking to possibly some of you in the audience, and just really because we'll be kind of live at the event, so it won't be like we have computers and we can do our typical show. So that weekend is going to be just about the Patriot Fest. We got the flag retirement on Saturday, possibly mid-morning, afternoon. Followed by a ride, and then followed by the Legion's event of a band and food and stuff. I believe so. So that's all a Saturday. We're more so Friday evening and after our show from 6 to 7-ish, 7:15 after the drawing, and then we'll have JT from like 7:30 to 9 or 9:30, whatever he can, wants to do, an hour and a half, 2 hours, followed by, campfire and camping and some good, whoever, Ben, I know we got Ben and a buddy of ours, John, coming. Some other people are musically inclined, so whoever can get up, whoever can play when JT's taking a break, maybe jump up and fill in. We just plan on having a good time, dancing, music, eating, drinking some, beverages, whatever you do. And you're welcome to go into the Legion. Check that out. There's going to be probably karaoke in there at the same time. There's pool tables. There's probably be a mill in there as well, I'm imagining. I don't know, so we have to, that is in August, so everything should be back up. Right. And
we have shuffleboard in there also. I have a small shuffleboard table for, like what they have in bars and so forth, coloring books for the kids, crayons. We try to keep the kids occupied.
Who's got a birthday today? Happy birthday to you!
It's your birthday. It's my birthday too. It's my birthday too. Where's the Patriot Fest being held?
Bristol, Indiana.
Yep, at the American Legion in Bristol, Indiana. It's 905 Maple Street. 904 Maple Street.
I think it's 904, yeah.
Yeah, 904, 905, 904 Maple Street, 905 Maple Street, something like that. If our mods were here, I see Jonna. Hey, good morning. We got one mod in here holding it down. We went a little early. I see. We're trying to see who's on their toes, who's awake, who's not. We see that very few are awake, physically and mentally. Not joking.
Well, I'm gonna try not to wake up today mentally. It's my birthday. I had that right. I do have a real weird word. I think people should start listening to, and the word is felt. We all need to be felt, and that stands for forgiveness, empathy, love, and togetherness. We all need that. Of course, that's all stemmed around God, but we all need that for each other. Pretty nice little word I come up with the other day. Felt. We all need to be felt in this world.
I like that, Woodman. I like that a lot. All right, so just trying to plan it. Yes, Bristol, August 14th and 15th. If you are in the area, if you're close enough, if you can make the drive, we're still planning on lots of things. I know Woodman's, we're doing things, even though you guys don't see it all the time. You have seen that we got the internet up at the Legion. That was huge for us. We couldn't have done anything without that. Last year proved that, just with like, oh, we got phones and cell phone towers, and there's internet over there, but it's in the inside of the Legion, and that's a sheet metal building. And so a lot of, and we've been there for, 6, 7, 8 years, so we've known these things, but, just starting the channel a few years ago, and then that's one thing, being inside the studio like this where everything's here, but we had to, make moves and get that internet on the outside for us, for you, and we're there. We're done a couple of test shows now, so now it's on to the next thing. We're gonna get back to you, so look for that email from me throughout the day into tomorrow. I don't know how many I need to get back to, but I'll be trying to. And I guess the whole mass thing, last time I took half a day to figure out how to mass email everybody, and it almost comes back as spam, I believe. So maybe, and I didn't get any responses, so I don't even know if it went, and if it did, if it just went to your guys' spam and you never saw it. So I'll have to do it a little differently this time. All right, hold on here. See how long we've been. Elapsed time. Already 36 minutes, Woodman. How does it go by so quick?
I don't know. Are they going to cut your tree down today, Mike? I know you've been waiting for that.
They started yesterday, and like I said, they're getting one of my neighbors, 2 of mine, and then another one of my neighbors across the street. So there's like 3 of us getting 4 trees. They got 1 tree down in the neighbors, and then they're, one of their machines broke, the engines or something. So they cleaned up his pretty good, and then we'll be back tomorrow. And I don't see him yet, so maybe they're still working on it. I expect them sometime today. So otherwise we wouldn't be able to be doing a show right now. I was going to call you and say, hey, let's meet down at the Legion, do another one outside, because it'd be too loud. It'd be way too loud.
Yeah.
And you have a hardwood. 2 I'm getting removed are dead pine trees. Literally, like, I don't know if the lifespan on them, somebody said, well, this house was built in 2000, so it's not too old, but these trees, some of them are just, these pine trees, I believe, are 20 to 15 to 25, 30-year trees or something, and they're just at 20, 21, and a lot of them, a few of them I had are just dead. They ain't doing nothing but dripping sap and just creating, it was over my driveway, so this one spot, if you ever parked out there, you just get dripped on. And we had a car there 2 summers ago that was going to be for sale, and by the time we got around to selling it, we all worked on trying to get that sap off for 3 days. It's nasty.
It's hard. Yeah,
and go put some pancakes up over there and just let it drip on the plate if I wanted that.
The natural flavor. Natural.
So we just wanted to come to you. I wanted to let you guys know it was Woodman's birthday. Nothing real special here. It was an early morning show. I think maybe we'll do I would say popping off. I see all this cord here. So yesterday I did a whole little, maybe we can do a call in. I keep saying that it's Wednesday. We should do a call in maybe later this afternoon. We'll see who's available. Like I said, Scott might be stopping by. My phone's down in the garage, so I do want to go check the phone, see who's, if the tree guy's gotten a hold of me, if Scott's coming at some point today. Woodman can join in via phone or, whatever. If Scott comes here, it could work out. Me and Scott in studio, you on phone, then we are beaming in, and then we can do phone calls. So it's Wednesday, be Patriot's choice on the phone calls. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. Make sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell. After you subscribe, a bell will appear. Toggle the bell and look at what it says, because I haven't been in there in a while, and I know YouTube makes changes quite frequently. So maybe you can get in there and see what's going on. Everyone's saying happy birthday to you, Woodman. So I'm going to put that up. Why don't you guys go ahead and flood Woodman with some happy birthdays on our way out, and we'll do this again, like I said, possibly later today. I'm pretty down.
God bless you all. Full armor of God. We say it all the time. Full armor of God. God bless you all. I hope you all have a safe and healthy day. Airborne to you,
brother. All right, here you go. Here's all your happy birthdays coming on the screen right now.
Happy birthday to you!
Two shotguns at my home. They're locked in a safe. There's a metal gun case. We live in an area that's wooded, somewhat secluded. And I've said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony and fire 2 blasts outside the house. Buy a shotgun. Buy a shotgun. You don't need a machine gun. You don't need 30 rounds. Buy a shotgun. Buy a double-barrel shotgun.
No, you don't need a flamethrower, and you don't need a tank. You don't need an AR-15 to scare those thugs away. No, and I don't need a grenade launcher. I don't need an F-15. There's just one thing I need to do, and they'll stay away from me.
Fire 2 blasts outside the house. Buy a shotgun.
Buy a shotgun.
Buy a shotgun.
Jill, buy a shotgun, baby.
You don't need a machine
You don't
gun.
need a machine Michigan.
You don't need 30 rounds. Buy shotguns. Buy a double barrel shotgun.